Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means go, because it is guarding the treasure you have been searching for. Every single heartbeat of fear is proof that you are standing on the edge of growth. Every time your palms sweat, your stomach twists, or your chest tightens, your body is signaling that something important is at stake. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your compass pointing to the places where your life can change. Most people misread fear as a signal to retreat, when in reality, it is an invitation to step forward. The voice inside whispering, "What if I fail?" is the same voice that reminds you there is something valuable to win. Without fear, nothing in life would ever push us beyond comfort, and nothing worthwhile is ever found in comfort. Imagine your greatest goal, your boldest dream, your deepest desire. Fear is standing in front of it like a guard. And here is the truth. Fear would not be there if the reward behind it was not worth it. So when fear rises, don't run away, lean closer, because that is exactly where the opportunity lies. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is a green light with a challenge written across it. Part 1. Understanding. Fear is something every single person carries, no matter how strong they appear on the outside. Actors feel it before stepping on stage. Entrepreneurs feel it before pitching their vision, and athletes feel it before the spotlight turns on. But the secret most people miss is that fear itself is not the problem. Fear is simply an indicator, a flashing light that tells you what matters most to you. If you feel no fear, it means you don't care deeply enough. That fear is pointing to your potential, the exact areas where you are meant to grow. Think of it like a compass. It does not stop you, it points you in the right direction. Imagine a tightrope walker balancing between two skyscrapers. Their fear does not paralyze them, it sharpens every sense in their body. It keeps them focused, deliberate, careful with every single step. Fear in this moment is not weakness, it is wisdom. Without it, they would be reckless, careless, and unsafe. In your life, fear is the same. It is sharpening you, showing you that this goal, this step, this opportunity actually matters. Instead of fighting fear, learn to listen. It is telling you where the treasure of growth and achievement is buried. Part 2. Real-life stories of confronting fear. Actors walk into auditions every day with fear pounding inside their chest. Hands trembling, voices shaky. Most turn away, but the greats, Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, Denzel Washington, step into that fear. They run toward it because they know if the fear is powerful, the opportunity is even greater. Behind that fear is the role that changes a career, the breakthrough that changes a life. These legends were not fearless. They were simply brave enough to move despite fear. That is why they rose while others walked away. Entrepreneurs face fear in every decision. Think about Jeff Bezos leaving a secure job with a stable paycheck to chase an idea most thought was foolish. Friends doubted him, investors rejected him, and the unknown stood like a wall of fear. But he leaned in anyway. Today, Amazon is a giant, but it was born in fear. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, and Malala also carried fear in their hearts. Their voices shook, their bodies trembled, but their courage was greater. Fear told them the stakes were high, and their actions proved that change is only possible when you walk straight into it. Part 3. Why running from fear holds you. Back when fear rises, it tempts you to run away. It whispers in your ear, do not risk it. Do not try. Stay safe. The moment you obey that voice, you stay stuck. You do not grow, you do not change, you do not move forward. Dreams quietly die in the shadows of fear because opportunities pass by unnoticed. Every time you choose comfort over courage, the distance between you and your dream grows wider. Fear creates regret if you keep avoiding it, and regret is heavier than failure will ever be. Think of fear like a muscle. If you avoid lifting it, you stay weak. But if you confront it, if you pick it up, even when it feels heavy, you grow stronger. Every single time you step into fear, you build confidence. Every time you act in spite of fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Fear never disappears, but your strength grows so much that fear eventually bows to your courage. That is why running from fear is dangerous. It keeps you small. Facing it is the only way to live fully. Part 4. Practical ways to confront fear. The first step is naming your fear. Write it down, speak it out, face it clearly. Is it failure? Is it rejection? Is it judgment from others? Once fear is named, it loses half its power because shadows shrink in the light. The second step is breaking it down into smaller pieces. No one conquers fear in one giant leap. You face it one small step at a time, building momentum slowly until what once terrified you becomes ordinary. Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing inside the fear and winning. See yourself speaking, succeeding, achieving, smiling in the middle of what once scared you. Your brain begins to accept that outcome as possible. Shift your perspective and remind yourself, fear is not a wall, it is a guidepost. Ask yourself, what would I do if I was not afraid? Prepare deeply, because preparation transforms anxiety into readiness. And when you act, celebrate not just the victory but the action itself. Success is not only the outcome, it is the courage to step forward. Part 5. How fear builds. Character fear is not meant to break you, it is meant to build you. Every trial, every trembling moment, every nervous breath is shaping you into someone stronger. Without fear, courage would have no meaning. Without fear, growth would never happen. Life without fear would be easy, but it would also be boring and unremarkable. Fear is the secret ingredient that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Think about skydiving. The fear before the jump is intense, every instinct screaming to stay safe. But once you leap, once you push past fear, the exhilaration is unforgettable. That same principle applies in your life. Fear makes achievements meaningful. It attaches weight, depth, and emotion to your victories. Without it, the climb would be flat. With it, the view at the top becomes life-changing. Fear builds resilience, strength, and character you cannot gain any other way. Part 6. The transformation. Every single time you face fear, your comfort zone expands a little wider. What once terrified you slowly becomes normal. Each act of courage creates momentum that carries into the next challenge. Even failure teaches lessons that books and money could never buy. When you keep leaning into fear, you begin to realize that fear was never there to destroy you, it was there to transform you. Fear turns hesitation into confidence. It turns small steps into bold leaps. It turns what if into I did it. Ordinary people become extraordinary by making a simple choice again and again to act despite fear. The transformation is not instant, but it is permanent. Once you train yourself to move through fear, you unlock a version of yourself you never knew existed. Fear is not the end. It is the beginning of transformation. Part 7. Your time is now. Your life is not a rehearsal, it is the real stage, and the spotlight is already on you. Fear will whisper reasons to wait, but time will not wait for anyone. You do not need to be fearless, you just need to be willing. Every person you admire once stood exactly where you are, uncertain, unsure, and afraid. The difference is they moved anyway. They chose action instead of excuses, progress instead of perfection. So today is not just another day, it is the day you decide who you will become. Will you let fear write your story, or will you hold the pen yourself? The path will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. With every step, you will grow stronger, braver, and closer to the person you were meant to be. Do not let fear steal another moment of your life. This is your reminder, your push, your spark. The world does not need a perfect you, it needs a courageous you. Stand tall, take that step, and build momentum one action at a time. Every brick you lay today builds the skyscraper of your tomorrow. Every choice you make moves you closer to the life you deserve. Your transformation is already in motion. Now keep going. So what fear is standing in front of you today? What dream is hiding behind that wall of doubt? Do not run from it. Do not let it control you. Turn and face it head on right now. Fear is not here to destroy you. It is here to guide you. Every great opportunity you have ever wanted is behind that fear. The job you want, the business you dream of, the love you hope for, it is there. Fear is simply the test that separates the dreamers from the doers. The difference between the life you want and the life you have is one choice. Will you let fear keep you in the shadows, or will you step into the light? Every person you admire once stood where you are, afraid, unsure, trembling. The only difference is they walked forward anyway. And that single step changed their entire destiny. Today is your chance to take that same step. Do not wait for the perfect time. It will never come. Do not wait for courage to appear. It grows when you move. Start small if you must, but start today. Run toward your fear, because that is where the treasure lies. Like this message if it lit a fire in you. Subscribe now and join the journey of courage, growth, and unstoppable progress. Growth and unstoppable progress.